Before we try it again, it's still smoking, it's still hot. You see how black the Technora is now after that kind of abuse. That was 7 minutes, straight flame directly up into it. What it says you're not supposed to do. You can see how stiff it is. Let's see if you can hear it. It's warm to the touch, especially right here. It's pretty hot. Hear that crackle. Despite hearing the crackle and seeing how ridiculously stiff it is, it's still holding, and it's getting looser as it's cooling down, and I'm playing with it. We can see frayage happening on some of these strands. This is serious abuse. This kind of abuse of 7 minutes of being in the flame like this should not be happening. This is the type of wear and tear you'd see after at least 100 burns plus. And if you're spinning them constantly how you should be, this wouldn't even be happening after 100 burns. So yeah, let's try it again. All right, so here is the 1/4-inch Technora Brummel spliced, double backed on itself, cathedral poi head after test burn number 2, averaging around 7 minutes per burn with it just cooking the Technora. You can see it's pretty black, pretty rigid, and that's telltale signs that it's experiencing a lot of abuse, because as it gets so rigid and you start to apply pressure to get it to flex, that's when strands start breaking. Let's see if we can listen here to it, and you can see that frayage right there. This kind of abuse should not be happening, and say it is happening. This exterior piece of Technora is covering the interior piece. If we could pull apart some of these strands, we could see in there that the interior is actually still fine. So despite this exterior layer being pretty much completely destroyed right now, it would still hold your poi on. So if you did light up one more time when obviously it's time to change the Technora, and you did light up one more time, it's not going to send the poi head flying off. This is a beautiful design, and this is why we splice Technora to the wicks themselves. So we have the Technora being pretty much tore apart. Going through the math here, we have, say, 6 seconds per burn, which was the allotted amount of time the suppliers suggest being under that amount of time, no more than 6 seconds of the Technora being bathed in flame like this was for 14 minutes. So 6 seconds, 10 burns of 6 seconds, doing this every burn, that's 1 minute of flame time. So let's times that one. We have 14 minutes of cook time here, and if you're getting 6 seconds per time that you burn, that's 10 burns for 1 minute. So we have 14 minutes, 10 burns per minute times 14 minutes. So we have 140 burns here at 6 seconds per burn, which is way more than you should be allowing it to sit in the flames. If it's spinning, the flame is going by it. It's not allowing for it to sit there and cook like I had been doing for 7 minutes. And as it sits, it tends to exponentially get hotter. So in the beginning, it's say, 200 degrees, 300, and when I'm about 4 to 5 minutes in, this part is 700 degrees. We're talking serious wear and tear. Of course, it's rated around 932. 932 is what it says, but that goes without saying. It's roasty, crusty, tore up right now. This should not be continued as usable. Should be replaced at this point. So 140 burns at 6 seconds, that's what we're seeing here, but we're also talking about 6 seconds of the beginning of the burn, or even towards the end of the burn, not the whole burn where it's exponentially getting hotter. So this 140 burn mark is really an estimate that's on the low spectrum of abuse. Like it could take 3-4 times this. I have testimonies of people who make fire props with Brommel splices just like this, directly to wicks just like this, and have lasted 400 plus burns. So that goes without saying that if you take care of your prop, if you're dunking it properly, you're not getting fuel on this area so that this area doesn't burn, and you're not allowing the wick to just sit there and cook the Technora, you constantly are spinning it, you're getting burns upwards of 400 plus, maybe even 700 burns. So with all of this testing, I really want to say, take a look at your Technora. I hope this kind of gives everybody an understanding as to like what Technora can handle, but also as like a PSA for everyone to inspect their props, because this Technora is it's a consumable. This is gonna break, it's gonna tear, it's gonna fray, and it's only a matter of time. And it's a matter of how well you treat your props, and not allowing for it to sit there and bathe in the flames like I'm doing. So again, I hope this shows everybody what this incredible material is capable of. I hope everyone also understands that this is consumable. It needs to be replaced. Check it. Look for these signs. Look for it getting super dark. Some of the first signs is obviously the soot layers, and then how stiff it is. If it's super stiff and where it's like really nasty and you try and put some force on it and it starts to crack, that means it's getting to a point where you should order some Technora or talk to the person who does your props and get them fixed and get them taken care of. I'm gonna do another set of tests with a silicone sheath over this, and we're gonna see how much longer that silicone sheath is gonna keep props or the Technora lasting fresh and good, and how well or how long it takes before it gets burnt through as well. So stay tuned for that test. Again, appreciate all your guys' support, and thanks for watching. This is a lot of content, but this is some good need to know information. So take care of your props, love your Technora, it is your friend. I love you, and we'll see you next time. Peace.